The law of attraction is a law like every other law that we've learned in the world of science and even in math. But the law of attraction is one that a lot of people know, but they really, truly kind of don't believe it. And whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen, okay? The law of attraction is basically you get what you think. What you think about yourself, what you believe is what will manifest in your life, okay? I like to say that the law of attraction is simply like attracts like, okay? And I also believe that iron sharpens iron, meaning when you are attracted to something, whether that is something that is of good or of bad, you will get just that. You will become just that. And what will be returned to you within the universe will be just that. So on tonight's episode, we are going to cover the law of attraction here on Sentimental Value Podcast with Sincerely Cedrinna. Stay tuned. Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Sentimental Value Podcast with your host, Sincerely Cedrinna. First and foremost, I want to thank all of our new subscribers, followers, listeners, and viewers. Shout out to the SVP family. That's what I call you guys. S for Sentimental, V for Value, P for Podcast. Don't forget, that is a promo code with grandiorose.com. Shameless plug. But for all the newcomers, I really want to thank you. Tonight's episode has so much alignment, okay? Law of attraction. You're going to get whatever you believe that you deserve. And the last episode was on 48 Laws of Power, and I cannot thank social media enough. You know, social media catches a lot of flack nowadays, and it is a lot of things that are negated on there or not so positive. However, again, you get whatever you seek. So I have actively been trying to not only change my personal content, but the content that I consume. So, you know, everyone is not going to get a follow back, and let's normalize that, right? Let's normalize not always following people that we know or that we like, but people that truly inspire us and help grow us and help change us in a personal or professional way. So I have used my social media, specifically TikTok, because TikTok to me is like a visual Google at this point. I wouldn't even call it a shorter YouTube. When I need to see how to do something, where to find something, where I'm about to go, people, places, and things, I go to TikTok the way I would with Google. And it's so much information on TikTok. It's crazy. You know, social media, I know is a form of entertainment, but the best entertainment is the entertainment that also educates you. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I do Sentimental Value Podcast, because I'm not only here to entertain you guys, but to educate you guys through that medium. So with TikTok and other platforms such as Instagram and YouTube, I specifically follow people and I produce my timeline in a way in which it keeps me motivated, it keeps me determined, it keeps me inspired by the things that I love. And I was not only inspired always by the book of 48 Laws of Power, but it was everywhere on my TikTok and on my YouTube. And of course, those that watch the episode, if you haven't, I would suggest that you do that. I will link it somewhere on YouTube. But I went to an event that made me feel very powerful. So I wanted to cover the 48 Laws of Power. And it was so last minute. I normally do a week's worth of prep. Okay, let's also talk about this. I'm going to be honest and humble. I am a procrastinator. It is nothing to be proud about. Okay. Just like you guys know, I tell you, I used to be a perfectionist, and that is also something to not be proud about, because when you try to be perfect, you won't get anything done because nothing is ever perfect. So if you are listening, my audio listeners on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and iHeartRadio, if you are listening to this and you are waiting until the perfect moment to do something, that perfect moment is not coming. Do it now. Just do it now. Just do it now. Time is of the essence. Time waits for no one. No one, okay? We cannot control the clock, but we can control the time that we get on the clock. That means stop waiting until everything is perfect and the way you want it to be. Just do it now, okay? So just as perfection robs you of the joy of getting things done, so does when you're programmed to procrastinate. I believe that I work well under pressure. And even though that is true, imagine how much more I can do when I properly prep. So I made it my duty when I first started my podcast to do a week's worth of prep. And I would say the first, 3 episodes were really good. But this last one, just in case you're a newcomer, this is episode 5, okay? We're 5 episodes in, okay, on a bi-weekly schedule. But the last episode, the 4th episode on 48 Laws of Power was so last minute, but it was so aligned. It was so aligned. And shout out to TikTok. Some of the snippets from my podcast have officially went viral. Let's clap it up for that. Woo-hoo! It has officially went viral. And let me also give a shameless plug for people, because, a lot of the times people are quick to discourage you or tell you, oh, this could have been better. But sometimes we are our worst critic all the time. I am my worst critic. I am human. I am flawed. And I always felt like going viral, you had to have 1 million views, 1 million shares. And to me, I didn't feel like the snippets from the last episode went viral. However, one snippet did 150,000. Another one did 300,000. I was told by plenty of people who have 1 million followers and 1 million subscribers that is technically going viral. And I had to pat myself on the back and say, like, wow, I was really quick to tell myself that I didn't go viral. Quick to tell myself what I didn't do, but I didn't even realize what was already done. Okay. So it's up and it's stuck, you guys. So with that momentum on TikTok, I know a lot of people moved and migrated from that particular clip. I think it was about unhappy and unhealthy people, which is a real thing. Okay. And we'll probably dedicate an episode to that in the future. But everyone that migrated from that video over here to YouTube and on every audio platform for the podcast, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. So let me also tell you how this is aligned as well. As we talk about the 48 Laws of Power, you can't really talk about the 48 Laws of Power without mentioning the laws of attraction. Like it's everywhere. And as we discussed with the 48 Laws of Power, people think power is external and you have to seek it when it's already present and it's within you. Same thing with the law of attraction. Okay. So now that we are 5 episodes in, we are going to touch base on what you want, you already have. Okay. So I say that to say, I wanted the podcast to pick up traction and to get viewers and to get listeners and to get followers and get subscribers. But that was an external outlook when the perspective should have been a personal one, which is I have a good podcast. I have a good niche going on. I have a good thing going on. I am of good. So my podcast will eventually attract the people that I am seeking. And if you are viewing this from TikTok, thank you. And I hope that you get everything you want out of this episode and every episode that is yet to come. So now that we have that out of the way, if you're a newcomer, welcome. If you have already been here, I love you. If you're a little tardy to the party, that is no problem because we're still going to rock out. Okay. So, I love a good quote here. The quotes that I have today, they are 3 of them. The first one is by Maya Angelou, okay? Now, this isn't the quote for this episode, but anytime I think of Maya Angelou, I think of her famous quote, which is, when people show you who they are, believe them. That's all I'm going to say. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. But the episode for tonight by Maya Angelou is, ask for what you want and be prepared to get it, okay? When you ask the universe what it is that you want, that you desire, please be prepared to get it, because the law of attraction says as soon as you put it out, it's going to manifest, it's going to happen. And most importantly, not only is it going to go out into the world, it's going to come back right to you. So be careful with what you ask for, because you will get it, okay? The next quote is by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it says, once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Love that. Love that. Everyone thinks a conspiracy theory is, oh, this is a bad thing. And do you know the universe is conspiring to give you everything that you want? It's going to blow your mind. Let's go Bible. Let's go church. If you are a believer, you believe in God, God is going to give you the blessing. He's going to pour it out. He's going to go above and beyond and give you so much abundance. It will blow your mind. You won't even have room enough to receive it. And again, going back to be careful what you ask for. It's not always a bad thing. If you want good, expect good. If you ask to be great, be ready to witness greatness. And the last quote is from Buddha, and it says, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. The mind is a very powerful thing, and we don't give it enough credit, especially in this new age era of technology, social media. Everyone is so consumed with the vessel, with the body, with the face, with the physical surface. And we need to dig deeper, because the body, the vessel, the surface is what gets us there. But what keeps us there is this and this. It's the internal factors that really make people think, which will make them become. It's the things that you feel that are ultimately going to be what you attract. And when you get comfortable in that, you realize how much you, as a person, as a spirit, as a soul, as a vessel, you create your reality. You really do. You think it, you have it. And it goes into your relationships. It goes into your work. It goes into your money. It goes into your family. And it goes into your friends. Okay. And that is why it is really important for you to choose your energy wisely. You have to be intentional with your energy. Energy is forever. It is not lost nor destroyed, okay? It's always transferred. Everything has an energy. Everything has a vibration. Everything is moving in this world, in this dimension. Everything, okay? This mic, the cells in my hand, everything is moving. And that's why it is so important for you to stay moving in the physical, but most importantly, mentally and spiritually. When you feel as though you are stuck, that is not a real reality. I tell people this all the time. When you feel stuck in a situation, when you're at that job and it's like, I'm never going to find another job. Well, guess what? You won't find another job because you've decreed and declared your fate. You're never stuck. If you really feel like I'm in this relationship, I'm with this person and I can't do better, well, guess what? You won't do better because you have already sealed your fate. You have to be careful with your mouth. It's so powerful. Our words are so powerful, and we literally get exactly what we say, and we have to continue to say the things that we wish to see. It sounds crazy to someone who, I'm not going to say it hasn't happened to, because it happens all the time and it happens to everyone, but we're not always aware and conscious enough to pick up on it. Also, and I have this written down because I thought this was really, really good. It says, the method is to ask, and then to believe, and then to receive. And the believe part is such a key element, because people think, okay, well, if I ask for it, then I'll just receive it. If I look in the mirror and I say, I am smart, I am happy, I am wealthy, I am knowledgeable, I am kind. If I don't truly believe it, then guess what? It's falling upon deaf ears. Okay. And the universe is always listening. Never forget that. The universe is listening to everything. And that's why you have to be careful with your mouth and what you say, because you will get it right back. But you have to say it in a way that it has that vibration. It has that energy behind it where it will sprout. You know, where it will grow, where it will catalyst, it will combust, and it will actually take form. But you just laying it there, it won't do anything. But you have to put the belief behind it. Our subconscious minds and social conditioning is what makes that complicated. Again, our subconscious mind, right? Your subconscious mind. That means how you were programmed, right? Because you have your conscious state and your subconscious state. And most people live in a subconscious state. That's why it's so easy for people to get them to do particular things that they don't even really want to do. Get them to do things that they don't understand. get them to partake in particular activities that they don't fully support or in agreement with, because you're operating out of your subconscious mind. When you become conscious and all knowing, everything will become everything. That's why people joke and say, once you become into a conscious state, it's like you can't get out of it. It's no turning back. It's no turning back. And shout out to those that choose to awaken, because it's going to happen at some point. Hopefully it does. And I believe that those that don't fully embrace their awakening, their spiritual awakening, your conscious mind coming to the front, that's how you stay in suffrage. That's how you say life happens to everyone. It's what you do with life, right? It's how you look at life. It's how you approach life. It's how you tackle life. But we can't, again, control every element, but we can control ourselves. And once we realize the power that we have, right, and the element of control that we have over self and how we are what we attract and how we are what we manifest, then we do realize that the control that we want, we already have. We just don't know how to control it. I know we're getting deep in this episode, but going back to social media, the response that I received from the last video let me know y'all get it. You get it. So now we can start having some real conversations. Now we can start really getting into untapped and untouched territory and get into some territory that's a little sensitive. You know, it's easy for people to BS and talk about nonsense and, you know, trending topics. And I want timeless content. I want content that multi-generations can actually listen to and they can discuss and that they can implement, because the one thing about life is the same thing, just in different ways, and those different ways are what we choose. So I wanted to get into the various laws that fall under the law of attraction. So you guys know I normally do a book, which if you want more information on the law of attraction, I believe the book and the movie is called The Secret. But I wanted to tap more into, you have a theory and then you have tactics and strategies that fall under this theory. So we're going to go even deeper within the law of attraction of how to make it work, because the law of attraction is not like the law of gravity. The law of gravity says, I have this. If I drop this, it's going to go down. Okay. So let's bring it full circle. If I go on the top of a building and I say, I'm just going to jump, the law of gravity says I can't change my mind. Okay. It's going to happen regardless. I can't go against that. Same thing with the law of attraction. Okay. Once I put it out there, I can't take it back. So that's why you have to be intentional with it. So I'm going to show you different ways to ensure the law of attraction. So first thing is first is the law of manifestation. Okay. What you think will appear. Your thoughts are powerful. You feed your subconscious mind with prosperity, abundance, and well-being. Magnets are a real thing. I know people are like, oh, well, you know, opposite a magnet, you can't control a magnet. A magnet just is. Okay. You can't turn it off. Okay. It's going to connect. Your vision will turn into your reality because of the magnetic field that the attraction has. Okay. So if I say I'm a money magnet, it has nothing to do with the physical dollar. Everything that is attached to a financial abundance, wealth, and growth will find me. It will find me because it is magnetized to me. Also, with when you think about manifestation and things being magnetic, negative thoughts lead to negative results. If I keep saying, I had a bad day. And yes, maybe I did wake up a little late. Maybe my coffee didn't taste the way I wanted it to taste. Maybe it was bad traffic. But if I keep saying I've had a bad day, guess what? Everything else that continues through the day is going to feed that back to me because I'm manifesting that and I'm becoming a magnet for that. Okay. Law number 2 is the law that says that everything is karma and a boomerang. Again, it comes back. It comes back around. It comes back around each and every time. That's why it's so important to be nice. It's nice to be nice. It doesn't cost you anything to be nice, but if you aren't nice, it'll cost you everything. It will. Because no one likes someone that is nasty, that has a nasty attitude, that always has nasty words in their mouths, that every thought is no one likes that. Even those that sit around and feed into you really deep down inside, they don't like that. They really don't. But the people that feed into that, they don't like themselves. So that's the reason why they engage in those type of conversations and those type of activities. The third law is that you have to have an unwavering desire. Unwavering desire. The law of attraction says if you really want it, you have to really want it, okay? You will only get what you truly believe that you deserve. The universe is going to serve you exactly what you think you deserve. Okay, so you have to have a strong desire for it. I will give you a personal story. I have always been raised in the Chicagoland area, but it was always something about downtown. And I think anyone that lives in a state that has a big city in a downtown area, New York, LA, Miami, like downtown just has a different frequency. It's a different vibration. I always loved to work downtown. And my goal was to truly live downtown. You know what I did? During the pandemic, there's a content creator. I can't think of his name right now. I want to say his name is 4K, but he's on YouTube. And he basically, all of his content, millions of followers, millions of views, he takes drives around the country. So if I want to see what downtown Miami looks like, or even surrounding downtown Miami, I can go to his page and he has a video of him riding through maybe for an hour through Miami, day and night. He does that for U.S. cities. He does that abroad. I would watch those videos, and then I actually started to take the drives. I really drove downtown through Chicago for like 2 weeks straight. I literally drove like a tourist. Like I literally drove from the south side of Chicago through 94, through Lakeshore Drive, through the streets, I literally drove through Chicago, downtown Chicago, every day for 2 weeks because I wanted it that bad. And guess what happened? I live downtown, you know, because it's the vibration, it's the frequency, you know, and I wanted it that bad. I want to see a lot of people say they want stuff, but they don't want it that bad. And it shows. And that's why you don't have it. That's why you don't have it. Because you say, I want to be successful, but you don't even look like somebody who want to be successful. When someone truly wants something, you can see it. You can almost smell it. That's why it's a fine line between true desire and then desperation. See, the universe is not going to give you what you're desperate for. Okay, sometimes when you are seeking too much, no, it won't give it to you. That's why it's important to attract, to be in a receiving mode, okay? The fourth law is the law of delicate balance. Everything in the universe is in balance, everything. And the moment that you get anxious, that you start obsessing over something, you get desperate, you put it out of balance, okay? Think about it like this. If you want it, work towards it, but don't just sit around going back to the ask, believe, receive, right? Ask for it, but to put it all in balance, you're going to have to believe in it. You're going to have to believe in it. The fifth law is the law of harmony. That aligns back with the previous law of balance. Everything is linked. Everyone is connected. You have to have this harmony to yourself. I like to use the example of music, right? People that truly are musically inclined, that have a history of musicality, understand what harmony really is, right? So harmony says the sopranos have this note, the altos have this note, the tenors have this note. And maybe if you hear them individually, you would say, and obviously those are three different notes. But when you put them together, they are truly in harmony. You have to be in tune. You have to be in sync. Going back to timing, like that harmony is very important. The universe is not going to give you something that isn't in harmony with what it truly even wants for you. So when you have a connection with a person, a place, a thing that does not create harmony in your life, then that's the reason why you're not getting what you want. Or I'm going to go a step further. When you are attracting people and places and things in your life that are not in harmony, that is a foolproof sign that you are not in harmony. You are not in balance. You're attracting the very thing that you are. If you don't like the friends that you've had the past few years, you don't like the intimate partners that you've been connected to, take a deeper look. Because you attracted this person. You brought this person closer to you. You brought this person into your world and vice versa. And it's not that you guys were totally in two separate worlds. You kind of mentally were in the same headspace or emotionally in the same heart space. And then because of the law of attraction, it brought you together. So that's why it's so important to be in harmony and in sync with people that are aligned to what you want in life so you can attract the things that you want. The sixth law is the law of right action. Do what's right, especially consciously. Do what is right. Doing the right thing, it pays off. It pays off. I watched a piece of content recently, and it says that I don't ever want to be outside of God's will and God's plan, because the moment I do that, and even if I do receive something, I'll have to continue to be outside of his element to even keep those things. That's why it's important to do the right thing, because the moment that you dibble and dabble in something that is wrong, and I'm not talking about surface level right or wrong, I'm talking about morally and ethically, that you know is out of line with not only who you are, but what you want to become, you're going to have to stay on that same frequency to keep it. And the moment that you slip from that frequency is the moment that you lose it all. But understand, if it was built on something that was wrong and you lose it, let it go. I had to learn that. When I wasn't the nicest person, when I was stressed and depressed and going through it, I was making a lot of money. I was getting a lot of followers, but I wasn't good for myself. And ultimately, when I chose to turn about face and do the right thing, it seemed like I started losing money. I started losing followers. I started losing friends. But were these people really my friends? Were these the followers that I really wanted? You know, did I like myself? Because when I looked at everything that I had attracted, it wasn't attractive. I wasn't attractive. And I'm talking about emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It may have looked good, but we know that everything that glitters is not gold. And that's why you have to have intention, because when you speak out what you want, you have to be very careful, because the devil is listening. See, God already knows what he promised you. And that's why you have to have intention, because he's going to place everything that's going to align. But if you don't even deem the things that he's placed in your life to help you become who ultimately he wants you to become and really who you should become, you're not going to find these things attractive, and it derails you. So that is the most important one to me, is to do the right thing. The last law is the law of universal influence. The ripple effect, the butterfly effect, everything is going to influence you. That's why I love this whole influencer thing with social media. You know, I had this conversation the other day. There's a difference between just being a marketing maverick, you know, a social media guru, someone with a little bit of clout and coin, and you being someone that is purely of real influence. Influence is, it's not me telling you what you should do and you going to do it. It's me telling you something and you believing in it. And you not only going to do it, but you continuously going to do it. And not for me, but for you. So that butterfly effect says everything impacts another thing, the law of attraction. This is something that I've learned to do recently. When I see that it's raining outside and I don't like the weather, it's easy for me to say, oh, it's raining, it's going to be a bad day. Who said that the rain was bad? Who said that the rain was bad? Because if I had a really nice pair of rain boots, I would have to wait until it rained to wear them. I look at the rain now, and it could be an important day. It could be my wedding day. It could be my graduation day. And guess what? I'm going to dance in the rain, because now when I look at the rain, I say, today is a day I need to grow. When I see the rain and it's raining outside, I've gotten to the point where I won't even wear an umbrella anymore. Let's talk about it. I won't even wear an umbrella anymore. Going back to an episode that we had on purpose, passion, and profit, and me and the guests discussed putting your feet in the ground and being planted and being grounded. Like, let that water hit you. Let that rain hit you and see what it does to you. See, let it hit your face. See what it does. Because again, we're all cells, we're energy, we're frequency. Allow that to come full circle and allow it to grow you. I know it probably sounds hippie or whatever, but allow it to grow you. So you're looking at the rain and the gloom and like, oh, this is going to be a bad day. No, it's going to be a great day, because today is going to be a day that I grow. Today is a day that I'm getting watered. My day is being watered today. My life is being watered. So the rain that comes today is going to influence the rainbow that I have tomorrow. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, just think on that. But again, to recap them, the law of attraction overall is you become what you think, right? Your thoughts are powerful, but under that are the laws that help the law of attraction, which are the law of manifestation, right? Your vision turns to reality. The law of magnetism, that boomerang, that karma effect, right? It's going to come back each and every time, tenfold. The law of unwavering desire. Okay. If you doubt it, you won't get it. The law of delicate balance. Okay. Everything is in balance. The law of harmony. Everything is linked. It's connected. The law of right action. Just do what's right. Just do what's right. Like when you choose to be compassionate and loving, I promise you it will impact your life in a grander scheme that you can't even imagine. And last but certainly not least is the law of universal influence, okay? Everything is influenced by something else. So are you positively influenced or are you negatively influenced? Think about it. Hi, guys. So if you did not know, I am an entrepreneur myself, and I have a business called Grandeur Rose. Grandeur Rose is a male luxury accessory company. We specialize in ties, money clips, wallets, sunglasses, any high-end luxury accessory that completes the male look, okay? I am offering a 50% off coupon. Yes, a 50% off coupon for all products on grandeurrose.com, okay? Just use the code SVP, S for sentimental, V for value, P for podcast. Add that code into your cart during checkout and get 50% off of every item in the cart. Be sure to add more than one item. Thank you in advance. All right, guys. So I know that was a lot of information, but I really hope that if something stuck out to you, that you go back to it, right? The power of the internet is it leaves a footprint. So not only this episode, but other episodes, I hope you go back and you revisit, because if you miss what I said the first time, run it back, or if it stuck with you in a good way or a bad way. You know, I am not perfect. You know, I don't know it all. So if it is something that you don't agree with, right, or something that you have a different perspective on, please be sure to drop it in the comment section below. Shout out to the Instagram page and the YouTube page. It is growing with Sentimental Value. So again, I thank each and every one of you that are new here. And again, welcome to the SVP family. So I wanted to leave you with this, on how to incorporate the law of attraction in your life, okay? So I know I gave you the laws that are subsidiary for the law of attraction, but this is how you incorporate them, okay? First and foremost, understand that certain people have been assigned to you. Certain people have been assigned to you, okay? And that is why you also have to trust that within the law of attraction, whether you attract something that is good for you or bad for you, guess what? It is all for you. Life is the best teacher, you know, and all teachers we don't like, but all teachers we do need. And it's particular subjects or coursework that you say in a moment like, well, when am I going to use that? You're going to use it someplace, somewhere, but it just depends on where you end up in life. I love to say that if you could do it on your own, whatever dream, whatever aspiration you have, whatever you're trying to attract in life, of whether it's you live in a certain place or having a particular job or having a particular career or having a certain type of family, if you can do it by yourself, you're dreaming too small. Because if you really dream and you really think and you truly believe big enough, it's going to require other people. It's going to require other people. And that's why even for me, I intentionally go out every day with a particular vibration, right? Even if I feel piss poor for the day, I am going to seek positivity in that day. Because if I'm already feeling bad, I don't want anything else bad coming to me, right? It's almost like you have to live in a state of delusion a little bit, but your imagination has to run wild. It has to run wild. And I promise you, if you could think it, you can really achieve it, but you have to humble yourself to realize with the law of attraction, it's going to take two. It's going to take something magnetic. It's going to take for two things or multiple things to come together. So also with the law of attraction, you have to let go of ego. You're going to have to let go of that ego piece with the law of attraction, okay? Because you're going to need someone and someone is going to need you, okay? Be grateful. Be grateful. That is one of my favorite gospel songs. Be grateful, okay? Because one, it could be worse. It could be worse, okay? And even when you think you have it the worst, I can guarantee you it's someone else who's not doing as good as you, even when you're doing bad. Let me say that again. It is someone that is not doing as good as you, even when you feel as though you are doing bad. You have to count it all joy. Count it all joy. Okay, weeping may endure for a night, but joy does come in the morning. Going back to the rain, it has to rain for the rainbow to come. You don't get the rainbow without the storm. That's not how it goes. Okay, so trusting in that law of attraction. If you say, I want a grandiose life, it's going to come with some pretty grand implications and problems and struggles and stripes, because you have to go big with it to actually get something big back. Visualize your goals. You have to see it. You have to see it. I know we are at the top of the year, right? Happy New Year, everyone. 2023 is here. It is our Jordan year. It is our Jordan year. Jordan didn't play with no one, okay? No one. It is our Jordan year. And guess what? Next year, 2024, is our Kobe year. We know he didn't play with no one, okay? I told people in 2022, I'm already in 2023. As we sit here in 2023, I am already in 2024 because I see it. Because I see it. I can visualize it with so much specification. I know what I want my dream house to look like, down to the curtains and the rugs. You know, I know not what I want my children to look like. You know, people get caught up in, oh, what will my baby look like? What will our baby look like? No, who will our baby be? How would they feel? I know how I want my children to feel. I could see it. I could see their smile, which if I see their smile and I like their smile, when I manifest them, I will make sure that they always have that smile. The moment I don't see that smile, I'm out of balance. I'm out of balance. I have to get in balance. I can visualize the type of career that I want. I can as I'm doing this podcast, talking into this mic and looking in this camera, I already know what the camera and the mic is going to look like for my talk show. I know it. I know. And that's why deja vu is so weird, because when it happens, you're like, oh, I saw this before. I saw this before. Oh my God. And even if it's something that's not even bad, just the deja vu alone itself scares you, because it reminds us how powerful we truly are. So visualize your goals. Again, it's the new year. We are still in January. If you haven't done your vision board, I suggest that you do it. It's an app called Shuffle. A friend of mine put me on this app. I think it's a subsidiary app of Pinterest, but it allows you to make electronic vision boards. I'm old fashioned. I love the stationary vision board that you can hang up on the wall and, you know, put up somewhere where you can see it at home. But for me to visualize my goals, I need it electronically. I need it in my phone, because my phone is always in my hand and in my face. So if I have my vision board on a random day that I'm in a meeting or I'm in the car, or I can go back to that, because then it keeps me aligned with everything and everyone that I need to stay aligned with to ensure what I'm trying to manifest and what I am trying to attract. Okay. Also, sidebar from that, and I need to say this because I need you guys to realize this, and I need you to really remember it, and I need you to hold it dear. Stop giving the universe so many no's and then turning around and wondering why it's giving you one. I just told someone the other day, they're no, and that's why you will never get a yes. You will never get a yes, because you keep telling the universe no. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't like that. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to that. And guess what? When you ask it for something, it's going to give you back that same no. Just say yes. Yes, I know I say there is power in your knowing, there's power in boundaries, but sometimes you don't even know. And that's why I'm saying it's connected to my vision board. I keep it in my phone because if I see something, I hear something from someone or something that aligns with my vision, I have to give it a yes. I have to give it a yes because that's how I continuously attract and manifest. Another way to incorporate the law of attraction is look for the positives in every situation. Seek the positive. Seek the positive. It's there. Okay. If the negative is there, the positive is there. That's just how it goes. If the negative is there, it's a positive that's there. You just have to seek it. Learn to identify your negative thinking. Okay. Again, going back to the power of the tongue, going back to your thoughts. If you're thinking negatively, you will have a negative reality. You have to think good in order to say good and speak good and be good. Use positive affirmations. If you cannot write your own affirmations, there are a million different companies that make affirmation cards, physical ones that you can buy in stores, digital ones that you can download. Affirm yourself, and make sure you have a routine. Do it in the morning, do it at night, do it for your self-care. Make sure you have it in a physical form in front of you. Okay, so either put it on your phone, put it on your wallpaper, on your computer, sticky notes. I have them on my vanity. Make sure you have them. Do them even when you don't want to do them. Okay, do them in repetition. Do them in high vibration and frequency. I'm telling you, it will manifest and it will attract everything that you want. And last but not least, reframe negative events in a more positive way. We can't control what happens to us. But we can control with what we do, with what happens to us. It's not about what's going on around you or outside of you. It has everything to do with what is going on inside of you. Inside of you. It all starts from within. So when you look back on something that hurt you, you need to count it all joy. Okay, you have to find the lesson. Like you have to find the teaching. You have to find the wisdom. You have to find that because it's in there. It's the bad stuff that we learn from. It's the negative things that we experience that teach us so much. And that is how you're able to pivot with what you want to attract. I would rather know what I don't want so I can ensure what I do want. Even if I'm not sure where exactly I want to be in life, I know where I don't want to be. You know, like, and that's what people don't realize. And that's how, if you don't know your list, your non-negotiables, if you don't know that, that's how things just slip through the cracks. That's how they slip through the cracks. So again, with the law of attraction, I want you guys to really know it's nothing too fancy. It's nothing like that is just kind of, because I feel like with theories and laws, you know, with math and science, going back to when we were children, you know, people always felt like math and science were the hardest subjects, but those were the realest subjects because that's what life is about. It's about the science. It's about different laws. It's about mathematics. It's about numerology. Everything is connected. Numbers are everywhere. We need numbers to do everything from our age to the date to the time. We need numbers. With science, we need all these theories and these laws, not for it to make sense, but because they just are. Because they just are. And we have to get comfortable with that. Okay. So with the law of attraction, I want you to know, even watching this video, listening right now, you are exactly where you need to be. I have a responsibility to put out good things. And guess what? You have the responsibility to receive it. You're responsible to receive this. You are responsible to implement what I'm telling you. You don't have to take it all, but at least take a little bit of something. Trust that you are right where you are supposed to be. You are watching this for a reason. You are listening to this for a reason. I am even doing this for a reason. I can't do this without you guys, okay? And if you feel like you can't do it without me, I am honored. I am grateful. I am thankful. But we are all here to, again, sharpen one another. So I thank you for tuning in to the Sentimental Value Podcast with me, sincerely, Cedrinna. If you have yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do that. I will do a giveaway at 1,000 followers. I promise. And it will be a very good giveaway. If you are interested in being interviewed, please be sure to email Sentimental Value Podcast. You can also DM me as well. If you are a company or a business that would like an advertisement done on a commercial break, then just let me know that as well. Be sure to include all of your information in these emails. They are starting to come in, but we need a name. We need a description, and we also need a contact number or email as well. So I thank you again, and until next time.